When you have a dream, when you have a vision, don't allow anything, anyone, or anybody to deter you from achieving your goals. This is Tyrone Bowman Tonight. This is part 2 of the story of Mr. John H. Johnson, the founder of the first African-American owned publishing company in America, Johnson Publishing Company. In a prior video, I went into great detail concerning Mr. Johnson's life, and I'm going to continue on that same vein in a few moments. If you have the ability, if you are a singer, songwriter, a secular or gospel recording artist, and you're having a problem being interviewed and no one wants to talk with you about your songs or your ministry, and you really want to get it out there, contact me at btyrone443@yahoo.com. That's btyrone443@yahoo.com. Do you have a prophetic call on your life and you need a spiritual mentor to help you to achieve your goals so that you will do it correctly? Well, Higher Dimension School of the Prophets may be for you. Contact them at www.schoolfortheprophets.com. That's www.schoolfortheprophets.com. Once you get to their website, be sure to include your email address and someone will get back to you. That's Higher Dimensions, schoolfortheprophets.com. Topic of discussion this evening, Mr. John H. Johnson. Now let's get right down to it. Let's continue talking about this great and wonderful man. Let me recap one thing. In addition, the Johnson Publishing Company owned CashApp Cosmetics, the world's #1 makeup and skincare company for women of color, and Supreme Beauty Products, hair care for men and women, and was involved in television production and produced the Ebony Fashion Fair, the world's largest traveling fashion show, which has donated more than $47 million to charity. The show visited more than 200 cities in the United States. That is true. Canada and the Caribbean. Johnson Publishing also has a book division which employed more than 2,600 people. With sales over $388 million, Johnson purchased 3 radio stations, started a book publishing company and a television production company, and served on the board of directors of several major businesses, including the Greyhound Corporation. In 2019, the remaining assets of Johnson Publishing Company were sold as a part of a Chapter 7 bankruptcy proceeding. Johnson received numerous awards and honors for his achievements, including the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, Spingarn Medal in 1966 for his contributions in the area of race relations. In 1951, he was the first African American to be selected as a Young Man of the Year by the United States Chamber of Commerce. In 1972, he was named Publisher of the Year by the major magazine publishers in the United States. In 1986, Johnson received the Golden Plate Award of the Academy of the American Academy of Achievement, He received a Candace Award for Distinguished Service from the National Coalition of 100 Black Women in 1989. In 1993, to celebrate the 50th anniversary of his publishing company, Johnson published his autobiography in which he states, "If it could happen to a black boy from Arkansas, it could happen to anyone." In 1995, Johnson received the Communication Award on the occasion of Ebony's 50th anniversary. Alfred C. Skites, chairman of the Center for Communication and president of Hearst Media Technology, said, quote, "Mr. Johnson is a role model for many young people today, an example of how hard work, commitment, and belief in oneself can lead to outstanding achievement. He rose from disadvantaged circumstances to achieve success in both business and national service during a time when great obstacles were placed in his path," close quote. Because of his influential position in the African American community, Johnson was invited by the United States government to participate in several international missions. In 1959, he accompanied the Vice President of the United States on a mission to Russia and Poland. He was appointed Special Ambassador to represent the United States at the independence ceremonies in Cote d'Ivoire in 1961 and in Kenya in 1963. Over the years, Johnson had devoted a portion of several issues of Ebony to articles relating to African American independence movements. But in August 1976, he dedicated an entire special issue to the subject, Africa, the continent of the future. And how prophetic was Mr. Johnson? Africa right now is the most sought out continent in the world for its vast natural resources. In 1996, President Bill Clinton bestowed the Presidential Medal of Freedom on Johnson. In 1997, Johnson was inducted into the Junior Achievement National Business Hall of Fame. In early 2001, Johnson was inducted into the Arkansas Business Hall of Fame. The founder, publisher, chairman, and CEO of the largest African American publishing company in the world advised the audience to conceive or to convince people it is in their best interest to help you. By that year, Johnson had received other awards, including the Horatio Alger Award and the Wall Street Journal Dow Jones Entrepreneurial Excellence Award. He held the distinction of having been the first African American placed on Forbes' list of 400 wealthiest Americans. He was also awarded honorary doctorates by the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, Harvard University, the University of Southern California, Carnegie Mellon University, Eastern Michigan University, and Wayne State University. Johnson served on the boards of directors of Dillard's Inc., First Commercial Bank, Little Rock, Dial Corporation, Zenith Radio Corporation, and Chrysler Corporation. Johnson became a member of the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity, Chicago-based Theta chapter in 1937. On August 2008, Johnson died on August of 2008, Mr. John H. Johnson died of congestive heart failure. At the time of his death, Johnson was survived by his wife, Eunice W. Johnson, daughter, Linda Johnson Rice, and granddaughter. Following his death, a public viewing of his body was held at Johnson Publishing headquarters on August 16, 2005. Johnson's funeral was held at University of Chicago's Rockefeller Memorial Chapel, where an estimated 3,000 people attended, including United States President Bill Clinton, future United States President Barack Obama, and civil rights leader Jesse Jackson. Johnson was buried at Oakwood Cemetery in the Greater Grand Crossing neighborhood in Chicago. And in closing, in 2010, the Noble Network of Charter Schools and Chicago Public Schools opened Johnson College Prep High School, a public charter high school in Chicago, Illinois' Inglewood neighborhood in honor of Johnson and his wife Eunice. On January 31st, 2012, the United States Postal Service honored John H. Johnson with a commemorative stamp as the newest addition to its Black Heritage series. The School of Communications at Howard University was to be named in his honor, but instead, the $4 million donation was used to endow a chair in entrepreneurship. Johnson was inducted into the Chicago Literary Hall of Fame in 2013. In 2019, the Arkansas legislature created John H. Johnson Day to pay tribute to his legacy and to help support a museum, his childhood home named in his honor in Arkansas City. The Friends of the John H. Johnson Museum suggested November 1 as the date for the holiday because that was the date the first issue of Ebony was published. Never surrender your dreams. Never give up on yourself. Health, happiness, success, prosperity, love, joy, and money will only come to you if you are willing to work. Believe in yourself. If no one else believes in you, take out the time to read, study, research, analyze, and never, ever, never surrender, never quit.